Hi everybody, it's that time of year again. We're in autumn and soon we will be into winter. Looking after your well-being is very important all year round, all the time, but especially this time of year due to like stress. Take for instance stress. Now stress in itself, some kinds of stress, like certain amount of stress, sorry, is okay, but when it becomes more chronic stress, it starts to affect us physically. So it affects us with our mental health, but also physically, it affects our immune system. And when our immune system gets affected, when it starts to lag, it affects us with physical symptoms like muscle tension, but also as well during these time of months, there's a lot of viruses that get around, especially like we've got the COVID one, but other viruses as well, the flu, like the flu season. So it's all about looking after your well-being as well as your physical health as well, protecting your physical health, keeping your immune system strong enough. So when you, like I said, when your immune system starts to lag, you start to be more perceptive to anything that's getting about, the viruses, the colds, the flus as well on top. So it's like a vicious circle. So if you've got a cold or viruses, it starts to affect your well-being. So it's all about looking after your well-being as well as your physical health as well. So looking after your mental health is all about, like I said, stress plays a big part with with things as well, trying to manage that stress. But it's not just stress. If you're suffering mental health issues anyway, you may have that stress. You may like stress with whatever condition you've got. So it's all about managing your well-being. So with stress, you get anxiety, like with depressive symptoms this time of year. Some people do the depressive symptoms where you're feeling low as well in energy, your motivation lags a little bit. Just feeling the things that you normally would enjoy doing, you just can't do them. It's not that you don't want to do them. It's a feeling of worthlessness. Like you feel like you just can't seem to enjoy the things that you normally would enjoy. That's with the depressive symptoms, but in general, stress, anxiety as well. So it's all about managing that through these time of years, coping with it, trying to manage it the best way that you can. Now, everybody that gets affected with different mental health conditions, but also we can all benefit by looking after our well-being and looking after our mental health as well. So everybody, like I said, it affects people differently, the symptoms, but it's managing it the best way that you can. And it's all about having things in place that's going to benefit you and get you through those situations, those difficult situations that may arise. Now, we can all come across difficult situations as well, but it's when you're feeling more stressed and anxious, like when you've got poor mental health, it becomes a bit more difficult to overcome. But sometimes if you've got things in place to help manage it, you get to recognize those triggers as well. So it's not all bad with mental health. Over time, things get easier and more manageable as well. So back to coping with your well-being during the winter, the autumn, the winter. There's not much sunlight, so sometimes that can affect our well-being. There's not enough natural sunlight during the winter, so that makes us feel a bit more low in mood as well. So things that's going to benefit, things that's going to help with your well-being during the winter months, as well as physical as well. So it's all about eating healthy, well, getting the right nutrients. 3 meals a day is very good. It's very good for us, like I said, for our well-being and like our mental health and physical health. So, and sleep. Sleep is very important. Getting the right amount of sleep can help with our well-being, our mental health, but also physically it will help with our immune system, to keep our immune system strong so it can fight against any like viruses or, like I said, colds that gets around this time of year. It helps with our muscles as well. Our immune system helps with our muscles. So if like I said, if our immune system's a bit low, it can affect our muscles, muscle tension. As they say, if anyone's suffering with bad back, if you're feeling stressed, it goes straight to your back muscles. It makes you feel tense, your muscles feel tense as well. So it's all about helping with that stress, that anxiety, coping with that depression, the depressive symptoms, or whatever condition it is that you suffer with. And like I said, in general, our well-being, anybody's well-being. So sleep is very important. Rest is very important. Getting the right amount of sleep each night. 7 hours is, they reckon 7 hours, 7 to 8 hours is enough sleep. Some people may need more sleep than that. It depends on the individual, and and it's all about being active as well, keeping yourself active, not just physically but just in general active, to help with your concentration, like being creative, like drawing, artwork, anything, reading, even learning about poetry. If you're suffering with your mental health and with your emotions, your feelings and emotions, emotionally and with thoughts, it's good to keep a journal, writing things down. It helps to be able to, once you get it out on paper, even talking about it, you can process it better, process those feelings and emotions, and it gives you that space there to be able to do so as well. So there's being connected, staying connected as well, like with others, being connected with others and talking about mental health, talking about your feelings and emotions, those difficulties, or just talking in general each day, being connected, staying connected with others will benefit our well-being as well, our mental health. Also as well, exercise is important. Just a daily walk. A daily walk is very good for stress and anxiety. It's good overall for us, our mental health and our well-being, like looking after our well-being, our mental health, and also our physical health as well. So exercise, walking, whatever exercise you wish to do, whether it's even gentle exercise is very good. I mean, I do qigong, so I've mentioned in my other videos, I've been doing now for over a year. It's like a Tai Chi, and I do it daily and I really benefit from it. And even with my back, I suffer with my back, I have sciatica, and even when my back plays up, I just continue with it. and I find it just really benefits me, like my walks as well. So I like going out for my daily walks as well, and just staying active basically is very good. It's very good for you. So looking after your well-being, especially during these winter months and autumn months, because quite often we can pull away, disconnect from others, pull away from the outside world as well. It's all about getting a balance there, and looking after your well-being as much as as well as your physical health as well, because we can quite forget, our mental health. There's a connection. It's not the same, but there is a connection there with mental health and physical health. When you're suffering with poor mental health, or if you're suffering with your well-being, if your mental health lags a little bit, it starts to affect your physical side of things, physical symptoms, like your anxiety, panic attacks. That can create physical problems as well, like tension in the body, panic attacks, your breathing and so forth, headaches, tension headaches as well. So maybe practice some breathing exercises, inhaling deeply and exhaling slowly. Maybe do that a couple of times. That's very good to alleviate those symptoms if you're suffering with that. It's all about looking after your well-being. Self-help care is very good to have a routine in place. Is very good for that. So looking after your well-being during these winter months, it's very good to have a structure in place, have things in place. It's good to have things in place, a structure, a routine all the time, but sometimes it needs, during this time of year, sometimes it needs that little bit of extra work to be done with your well-being as well. So it's very important there to maintain it the best way you can. And I would say, if there's anybody out there that is really struggling with their mental health and trying, doing self-help care, but is still struggling, I would reach out to somebody that you can trust, that you can trust, and talk to them. It's very good to express and talk out how you're feeling, and maybe getting that extra support. Is okay to ask for that help, because sometimes we all need a little bit of extra help sometimes when we're struggling. So it's okay to reach out. It's very important to reach out and ask for that help if you are really struggling. So I'm going to end the video there, and please share this video, because our mental health is important, and some people out there, they do struggle and need that extra support there. So it's all about helping each other as well, helping each other through these, through the winter time, because sometimes we need that little bit of extra support. Maybe there a bit of uncertainty may arise especially with this COVID is still around, something we have to learn to live with, even though we've like vaccines and stuff like that. I won't go too much into it, but the uncertainty can bring on a bit of stress and worry as well. So helping each other is very good. It's very good for our well-being. Looking out for somebody that is a bit in distress, showing a bit of support there can help yourself as well. So I'm going to end the video there. Please share this video, like I said, and if you wish to subscribe to my channel, feel free to. Don't forget to hit the bell button, so then you'll get other videos coming up as well, new videos as well. and I'll see you in the next video.